today. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Leah and this is my story time. Now, I've just looked out the window and you know what? It's raining here, so I thought, because it's raining outside, I'd quite like to use my imagination and go to the moon. I'd like to get in a big space rocket and count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and then blast off all the way to the moon. How about that for a Friday afternoon? Oh, that sounds exciting, doesn't it? And it just so happens that today's story is all about the man on the moon. Would you like to see it? Oh, great. I'm so glad you would. It's this one here. This is today's story. It's called Man on the Moon, A Day in the Life of Bob. And it's by Simon Bartram. And there, I think you can see, there is Bob. And he's wearing his spacesuit. And where do you think he might be? I think this is Earth over here. So I think he might be on the moon. And hold on a minute, I can see an alien. I wonder if Bob knows there's aliens on the moon. Shall we read the story and find out? Okay, I'm going to start reading now, but don't worry, I will show you the pictures each time I get to the end of the page. So here we go. Man on the Moon, A Day in the Life of Bob by Simon Bartram. This is Bob. Perhaps you've heard people talk of him. You may know him better as the Man on the Moon. And there is a lovely picture of Bob. Now, I don't think he's on the moon right now. Where do you think he might be? Yeah, I think he's in his house too. I think he's in his living room. He's got a nice cup of tea. And here you can tell he's the man on the moon because he's got a model of the moon. He's got a model of a rocket ship over here and he's got some pictures of rocket ships and the moon. Whoa, looks cool being Bob the Man on the Moon, doesn't it? Even better, look at this amazing picture. There's Bob on the moon and there's his rocket ship. Can you see? And here, what's that? I think it might be an alien. Yeah. I wonder if Bob knows. Ooh. This is where Bob lives. Every morning he rises at 6 o'clock. He has a cup of tea and 2 eggs for breakfast before leaving for the rocket launch pad. On the way, he stops to buy a newspaper and some chocolate toffees. He's on his way to work. And there you can see Bob's house. And here he is on his bicycle on his way to work. On the moon! And there you can see his rocket ship about to blast off to the moon. Wow, I wonder how long it takes him to get there. By 8 o'clock, Bob arrives at the launch pad, changes into his special Man on the Moon suit and boards his fantastic rocket ship. He must make sure he leaves by 8:45, otherwise he wouldn't make it to the moon by 9. On the way he reads the newspaper and does the crossword. So here's Bob getting changed into his special Man on the Moon suit. Wow, he has to wear that. Very important. And there you can see him blasting off from Earth down here all the way to the moon. Bob starts work. His job as Man on the Moon is very important. He has to keep the moon clean and tidy. Quite often, astronauts drop sweet packets and cans. Some people say that aliens are responsible for much of the rubbish, but Bob knows that's not true. There's no such thing as aliens. And there you can see Bob is on the moon picking up all of the litter. There he is, he's got his hoover out, and he's got a dustbin, and he's got a broom. And there it is. He's a rocket. Hold on a minute. Can you do some good spotting? What's this I see? 3 little creatures. But hold on, I didn't think there was any such thing as aliens. Oh, they're pulling funny faces. Look at that. Now, I really like this picture because it encourages me to pull a funny face. Can you pull a funny face? Shall we do it together? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, they're such funny faces. And if you look really closely, this one here, he's got a little bit of snot coming out of his nose. Oh. By 12:30, it's time to eat. Bob goes to his rocket ship to fetch his lunchbox. This usually contains 2 sandwiches, either cheese or peanut butter, an apple and some chocolate-covered nuts. Sometimes he meets his friends for a picnic. His 2 best friends are Billy, the man on Mars, and Sam, the man on Saturn. They talk about the stars and tell jokes. And there they are. Looks like they're having a picnic on the moon. Whoa, their lunch looks delicious, doesn't it? And there you can see a bit closer detail. Hold on a minute. I see a little green hand pinching a cupcake. Who could that be? It couldn't be. There's no such thing as aliens, are there? Let's find out. After lunch, tourist spaceships start arriving from Earth. It is part of Bob's job to entertain them and give them something to photograph. So he does somersaults, handstands, and especially high moon jumps. Sometimes he performs for as long as 2 hours and is left quite out of puff. Oh, there we go. And you can see Bob doing all of his exercises for the space tourists. He's doing his high moon jumps. He's doing a handstand. He's doing a headstand there. This looks like he's doing a dance and a cartwheel and some runs. Whoa, they look like good exercises, don't they? What a lot of space tourists there are. Occasionally, the tourist spaceships will land on the moon. When they do, Bob gives them a guided tour and a speech. He tells them lots of facts, such as how many craters the moon has or how long it takes to walk around it on stilts. Sometimes people ask him about aliens, and Bob explains patiently that there aren't any. Afterwards, Bob opens a small souvenir stand selling postcards, pencils, mugs and small plastic moon models. And there you can see Bob is giving a talk to some of the space tourists. And this man, he's got his hand up like you might do at school if you want to ask a question. I wonder what he's going to ask Bob. Do you think he's going to ask about the aliens? Bob says there aren't any. And then here is the souvenir stand. Always my favourite part of a trip when you go to the shop. There's moon mugs, there's moon models. There's even a model of Bob himself and some books. My favourite. I wonder what happens next. By 4:30, all visitors must leave the moon. Bob looks around to see that everyone has left. He checks inside any big craters in case anyone has fallen in. But there's never anyone there. Hold on a minute. He's looking inside a crater. But what can you see inside? Bob obviously can't see them. But I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 aliens. And this one's saying, shh. I don't think they want Bob to find them. Oh, Bob doesn't know there's aliens. And there you can see there's just a pair of legs there, and then they're crawling out of the crater. I wonder where they're going. Let's find out. The working day, is nearly over. It is time to check everything is in order before leaving for the night. Bob packs away his equipment and any unsold souvenirs into his rocket. He switches on the moon's nightlight before jetting towards Earth. By this time, he's very tired, but he still has to keep his wits about him while flying the rocket. And there you can see. Bob, he does look very tired. He has to have his wits about him because he's got to fly the rocket back. Hold on. I can just spot a pair of feet there and some eyes here and I think there's aliens in Bob's rocket. I wonder what he's going to do. Do you think he's noticed them? No, neither do I. Perhaps he's too tired. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen. As he reaches Earth, it's about 5 o'clock. The rush hour is in full swing with everyone leaving work and going home, just like Bob. And there you can see, look at all of the people going home from work. Truly is very busy, isn't it? And look, if you look closely, you might spot some other aliens. Lurking on planet Earth. Look, there's one down here where I'm wiggling my finger. I wonder if Bob knows. He doesn't think there's any such thing as aliens. At home, Bob is just like anyone else. First, he has a long bath. Moon work can make you very grubby, as sometimes the dust can get inside your suit. Then, he goes to bed, with a mug of cocoa. He sleeps soundly, bathed in moonbeams, very happy to be the man on the moon. And there you can see, he's having his bath. Even his bath toy is a rocket. And he's fast asleep, bathed in moonbeams. And it says here, and aliens? Aliens? Well, we've spotted some. Aliens? Well, Bob would know if there were any. I can see lots of aliens having a party. And I don't think Bob's noticed because he's fast asleep. Look at all the funny different types of aliens there are. Some have 3 eyes. Some have little horns on their heads. I like this one wearing some star glasses. They're really cool. Well, Bob would know if there were any aliens, wouldn't he? And there is a picture of Bob's house. But I can see loads of aliens hiding in the bushes, hiding up the chimney, hiding on the roof. I think Bob's missed all the aliens. I don't think he's noticed. I think there might actually really be aliens. What do you think? Do you think there are? Or are you like Bob? There's no such thing as aliens. Well, that was a lovely story, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed reading it. And maybe in your imagination, you can blast off to the moon and go on a hunt for some aliens. That might be something fun for you to do this weekend. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back on Monday with a new story. And until then, I hope you have a lovely weekend, everyone. Do take care and be kind. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.